Hello, I just saw two awesome film trailers to two films that are coming out in 2019. One is Glass, and the other is Shazam. Now you know the story of Glass, don't you? It's a follow up to Unbreakable and Split. I talked to some friends, and very few people even remember the film Unbreakable. Surprise! I thought a lot of people remember that film. It's about a guy who survives a train wreck, and he's miraculously not killed and miraculously not injured. He's played by Bruce Willis, and Samuel Jackson plays an art gallery owner who tells him his destiny that he might be a superhero. As the movie has that movie, you probably know as the movie goes on, David doesn't know if Elijah, played by Samuel Jackson, is nuts or his theory is actually true. And well, spoiler alert, his theory was true, and he finds out Elijah is actually a villain and orchestrated the train wreck. So Elijah's the villain, and he's very breakable, while Bruce Willis is unbreakable. And then there's the movie Split, which I didn't know was a. I didn't know. Of course, nobody knew it was direct contact with Unbreakable until the very end. A man with 20-something personalities, played by James McAvoy. That movie really showcases James McAvoy's talent because, oh man, any guy who can play all those characters in one body, it's like he makes you believe there's a city living inside of him. Remember that Star Trek Next Generation episode where Data had a city living inside him? Kind of plays it in a very similar way. And James McAvoy shows what a great actor he is, but how he does it, that's how an actor works. They really believe they are these characters. But then towards the end, when he releases his most powerful of all the characters, is the Beast. And you think of the Beast as just another personality, but oh no, the Beast is not just another personality. He's like a superpowered entity. His muscles intensify a little. He can jump and climb on walls. He has incredible strength. We actually see him bend bars. And how do we know he's a superpowered, supernatural entity? Because the girl, played by Anna Taylor-Joy, shoots him twice in the chest, a possible place where it possibly could kill anybody. Yet it only grazes him for about a minute or two, and then he gets back up. And when the end credits roll, we're seeing a diner, we hear playing familiar music, and like, wait a minute, me and my brother in the theater are like, wait a minute, that music sounds familiar. And then we see Bruce Willis pop up as David Dunn. I'm like, oh, now we're like, I'm sure me and the audience were probably like, now this all makes sense. This is a sequel to Unbreakable. This is a story of a supervillain. That's basically what it is. The Beast is like, I don't know, it's like a Jekyll and Hyde thing, or the Incredible Hulk. Despite the fact except Kevin doesn't become big and green. Well, his muscles intensify, but that's about it. Now the movie Glass. Well, we see Sarah Paulson play a psychiatrist. We don't know if she's a super or she's good or evil. M. Night, he wants to share the twist, like the throw twists out at all of it. That's what he does on mostly all his movies. And she has all three of those characters: Elijah Price, Samuel Jackson reprising his role, Kevin, played by James McAvoy, and David Dunn, played by the one and only and the great Bruce Willis. And here's the thing that we question: why is David Dunn even in the institution? Because we see in one scene in the part of the trailer, he breaks out. He just knocks the door down like it was nothing. Does David have a hidden agenda why he's there? Is he like going undercover trying to stop Elijah and the Beast? Is he pretending to be crazy? Well, we do see that Elijah and Kevin says, "I want to meet the Beast," and Kevin replies, "I hope for your sake he likes you." And then the part of the trailer, he says, "That sounds like the supervillain." That no, he actually says, "It sounds like the bad guys teaming up." And we see that we do see that the Beast and David do have a fight. I mean, they both have incredible strength, so I hope that goes well. I hope it's quite an epic battle. I hope it's not going to be one of those that last for 2 minutes. That'd be disappointing. I hope the trailer wasn't deceiving. And we see one point where David's weakness is water, so we see him in water, and we see Sarah Paulson helping him out, or is that really him, or is she really helping David or not? The Beast, or Kevin? That's the question we don't know. But Glass looks very awesome, and I can't wait to see it. I'm excited when it comes out in January 2019 after Split. I've been longing to see how the next one's going to play out, and this one's going to play out pretty well. I'm excited. Oh, and the next trailer I saw was DC's Shazam. You know the story of 12 or 13-year-old Billy Batson is given the power by an elderly god. Whenever he says the name Shazam, he becomes a big, muscular superhero. I mean, adult size, despite the fact he's actually 12 or 13. And from what I saw in the trailer, it looks like it plays more on comedy. But I look at it from this angle. I mean, how is trying to show how a kid, Zachary Levi plays Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, is playing a kid in a grown superhero-like body. I mean, they're trying to show how a kid would react to these things, and I think it plays out very well. Oh, I think one particular scene in the trailer I noticed that it borrows heavily from another comic. Now I know Shazam is based on a DC comic, but I couldn't help but one particular scene borrowed a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong, but it borrowed heavily from another comic, and that comic would be the scene where they show where he tried to demonstrate his newfound superpowers. It's like it couldn't help but be a little too similar to what I saw in here. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it's just coincidence, but who knows. I'm glad Shazam is finally getting his movie. He's long overdue. I didn't see The Rock playing Black Adam in the trailer, but maybe we'll see that in future trailers when it gets closer to release. Maybe in a few months we'll see a more awesome trailer. But I know what some people are thinking. It looks like it's placed on too much on comedy, but it's a kid who is given the power of a superhero. I mean, how is a kid supposed to react to these things? That's how Zachary Levi plays them, as similar to the way Tom Hanks played a kid trapped in a man's body in Big, kind of in a similar way. But I'm looking forward to both films. I really am. I'm excited for both, and hope they're both good. All right, catch you later.